Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we're going to continue with Dave's Hyundai I30. I've spoke to Dave this morning. He actually called me before I called him. I was supposed to call him this morning, but he must have read my mind because he called me this morning and just said, look, can you just do the whole service? Gearbox oil change, oil filter, air filter, rear pads, spark plugs, just freshen it all up and just do the whole thing. And that's that's what he wanted to do. I thought that was going to be the case because I've already spoke to him before when he come and had a look at the car. So he did say to me he wanted to sort of get it right freshed up and right sort of changed. So that's what we'll do. I'll check the front brake pads, but I think those front brake pads are okay, but I will check them before I order everything else. So yeah, plus we are going to be continuing with the rear. I want to finish off that tailgate, get it all finished off, do as much as I can before it needs to go to the body shop, but I don't want to do too much because it's a little bit stripped down for them, so I don't want to put things back that they need to get to, like behind, on the inside, behind the little carpet. Just leave all that sort of loose because it's nice for them to see, you know, if there's any damage behind, they can see it. Which there ain't, which is fantastic. It's a great little car. When I'm done, it's going to be all right. Yeah, it's a good one. So that's where we are. I have got two new projects coming in today. One I've got to pick up this morning, and one's been delivered today from Wolverhampton because it was just too far to go. It's not worth. I might as well get someone to go and pick it up for me. That's what's happened. He's picked it up and he's bringing it back today. So I don't think I'll show them in a video today, guys, but I will show them on my Instagram account. Like I said, follow me on the Instagram and then you can see little sneak peeks of what's coming up, and those two will be on there. So let's get cracking. Let's get this Hyundai a little bit closer, a little bit further along. Let's do this. So guys, like I said, I'm going to be doing Dave's Hyundai I30 today. Continue with this. I want to sort out the back end to make sure that it's all good and everything's okay. I've got to continue with the tailgate, you know, sort of open it up because obviously we put the camera in yesterday, didn't we? So that's the camera sorted out. But I want to put it all back together as much as I can and then leave it for the body shop to do their bit. We are going to do the rear pads, definitely, because they're low. So we'll might as well do the rear pads while we're on this back end. And then we'll clean up these discs and then just make sure it's all good. Make sure the sliders are working correctly. So when I take all that apart, I'll make sure that it's all, all the sliders are working as they should. So that'll be the back end. And then I'll probably put the wheels back on, turn it around, and then we're going to do the service on the engine and the front end. I will take the front wheels off and I'll check the discs and pads again, check the sliders, give it a good service on the actual braking system, and I'll have a look at the pads to see if they need changing. But I think they're okay. There's quite a lot of meat left on those pads, so I think we might have to leave them, and then we'll just crack on and get the actual service done on the actual, the engine, not gearbox oil, engine oil, oil change, the normal stuff, guys. Everything, just spark plugs, just get it all done. And then basically that can then all go as it is to the body shop. He can do his bit, he can do that, but it can't go yet because I'm still waiting for this bracket to turn up. I can't, he can't do his bit, pull it all out and stuff like that without, and fitment of the actual back bumper without having this bracket to line up the bumper with the actual body. So yeah. So it can't go quite yet, but we can get it pushed along today so that it's ready to go. And that was the plan. That was my idea, just to get it to a point where it can go to the body shop. Like I said to you, I am on my way actually to pick up another project. So as you can see, I'm all trailered up, ready to go and pick up another little gem. that was a little gem. But we need to jump on that this week, really, that KA. We'll do that this week, guys. We'll do a video on that. We'll get that in and start finding out where the damage is on that car, because I still can't find no damage on that car. So yeah, I'm going to get off, grab that other project, the other new project, whilst the other one is being delivered. And then we can wait for some parts to turn up from the parts company that I use. They will deliver all the parts that I need, and then we can crack on with this. So let me go and get that new project, come back, I'll set you up, let's get cracking. Right, okay guys, so that's the tailgate all back together. All the trims have all been put back on, tightened up. I've put this side, this corner cover here, that's been put back on, but I've left this one off because the body shop is going to want to do that. And you know what I mean? If I put that cover on, it's restricting them for having a look. So I thought, you know what, let's just leave it off like this, and then when it comes back, I'll finish it all off and put it all back together. So yeah, but I just want to quickly show you this tailgate camera. I want to show you this tailgate camera. I was looking for a long time trying to find the reversing camera in this, and it was under there. So let me just show you what happens when you put this in reverse. So as you can see, it's like this. So then we'll put the ignition on like that. Don't start the car. Put it into reverse, and it'll come up like this. And then I'll show you what happens when you put it in reverse. It flips up, and the camera is just there. It kind of pops out of that little flap. How cool is that? What a great idea. Just a little quirky thing. But yeah, you can see it's got me on the camera. How good is that? So yeah, I just want to quickly show you that, guys, because that was, you know, interesting to see. Right. So that's all done for the moment. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm now going to move on to doing the rear brake pads on both sides, and then once we've done that, put the wheels back on, then I can spin it around and we can concentrate on the front end. So let me set you up. Let's get cracking with the brake pads on the rear. Let's continue. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So that's that. Back end there. I can't take it. I don't want to take it any further until we've done the repair at the body shop and the paint shop. So yeah, done the pads. So the rear pads are all sorted, nice and brand new. Had a little service, cleaned up, sort of make sure the discs was all good. Sliders, both sides are really good, so no issues there whatsoever. I have taken off this cap, fuel cap, because that's got to go to the paint shop to have it matched, because this whole quarter is being painted. I want to match that bit there because it's in the same area basically. I would have done it anyway, because taking off these fuel caps on these cars have always never really let me down when it comes to the shade. It's not necessarily the colour, it's the shade. So that's what I want to make sure I get right. So I've taken that off and we'll give that to the paint shop. So yeah, let's move on to the front end, crack on with the service on this. I have been running it for a little while now, so it's pretty hot. I want to clean this engine bay up as well. Look at the state of it, it's a bit of a mess. So I want to do that as well. So I want to drop the oil, change the spark plugs, airbox, filter, air filter, just all the bits and pieces. Gearbox oil's got to be changed as well, so we'll drop that out. So yeah, I'll set you up. Let's get cracking with the service, continuing the service. Let's do this. Right, guys, I just want to quickly cut in there, just show you the spark plugs before I sort of start whacking them in and changing them over and stuff. Just want to sort of show you. These are the old ones. Yeah, they're a little bit worn. So it was worth, you know, changing over for some new ones. These are iridium spark plugs, so they're a little bit more expensive than normal spark plugs. But definitely worth swapping them over whilst I'm doing the service. I've already spoke to Dave, and Dave said, yeah, just go ahead just do the whole thing, really. So he did speak to me. I spoke to him about the auxiliary belt, and I said to him, look, if it's okay, I'll leave it, because there's no point sort of changing it expensive, like do it on the next service or whatever in a year's time. And it is actually, it's okay. It's not bad. Can't see no sort of cracks or anything on the belt at all. So that is definitely good news. But yeah, it all looks good. It just needs a good tidy, really. Just needs a wipe up and a clean. I've removed the airbox filter there, and I'll give that a hoover out before I put the air filter back in place. And yeah, I've already dropped the gearbox. I've already dropped the engine oil and put the plug back in. Changed the oil filter, so that's been done. So yeah, I'll need to get onto the gearbox oil. I'll drop that down and get that replaced as well. So we'll just crack on, guys. See how far we get today. But let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So, yes, as you just saw there, it's looking a lot cleaner because I've just wiped all the engine bay over, so that's looking a lot nicer. Still got a little bit more around the lights and stuff to do. Yeah, definitely looking a lot smarter. I took the front wheels off because I just wanted to show and just show, well, show you and show Dave, basically, that, yeah, it looks like the discs and the pads were just recently changed because they look new. There's no actual rusting at all around the discs. So, yeah, and there's a lot of tread on those pads there. So that suggests that they've recently been changed. There's no lip whatsoever, and you can see down the gaps there that it's pretty clean. So that would normally be all rusted up and stuff. So yeah, it's really good. We haven't got to change the discs or the pads on this one. So yeah. Right, okay, so that's the service done. Done the gearbox oil, done the engine oil, done the air filter, done the fuel filter, done the spark plugs. I will quickly show you. The the gearbox oil. Well, I'll show you the gearbox fill up point and drain off plugs. So underneath with the gearbox here, I think, you know, I showed you where it was or what I was doing, but basically that is the drain for the gearbox oil. And this one here, up here, is the fill up one, this one here. So yeah, got good brand new gearbox oil in there, new oil filter, new engine oil. So it's all been serviced. And I've obviously been looking around at it as well, just checking it over, just having a look. What is that pipe there for? No, don't sit like that, surely. Very strange. It's not some sort of drain off plug or something. But yeah, I think we're ready now for this to go to the body shop. And then once the body shop's done his part, we go to the paint shop and have that back sorted out and done. But definitely making some progress on this car now, guys. Still got to clean the inside, still got to MOT it, still got to do a few bits and pieces. But I am waiting for this trim here, this bumper to body trim, before really and go to the body shop, because he needs that to screw on to line up the bumper and all the rest of it. So in the meantime, I'm getting the paint mixed up and he'll bring it back to me. So he comes over, the guy from the paint shop, suppliers, so a paint suppliers guy, he turns up, he takes the samples, takes them back, gets a machine onto the actual part of the car, and it scans it like a barcode or like a laser, and it tells the computer exactly how that should be mixed, and then they mix it to that part that you give them. So yeah, that's where we are with this, guys. I think we're going to call it a day, because there's nothing else to do. Put the wheels back on and then it can go outside and wait for that trim to turn up. So that's going to be the end of part 2 on Dave's Hyundai I30. Yeah, done a lot today. Tomorrow, we're going to jump on the Ford KA, and we're going to see what that is like and what the damage is and what's got to be done on that one, because I haven't touched that one yet since before Christmas. So I need to get onto that one. That's next in the line. That's next in the queue. We have got 2 new projects. One I have put on Instagram. I've put a post up on Instagram, and if you want to see that one, you can go on there. And it's the most expensive car I am going to date repair. So it's going to be a good one, guys. It's going to be a good one. It's got a lovely colour. Beautiful colour it is as well. So that's that. And I've also picked up another one today, another project. But you'll see that, well, probably sort of end of the week, if not beginning of next week. But I need to continue and finish these projects as we go. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah. But for now, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video and the end of me waffling on so much. But I do like to explain. I just like to explain what's going on and what I'm doing and stuff, because not everyone's a mechanic and not everyone, understands what is going on and what I'm doing. Some people do. Some people are mechanics, and some people do understand what I'm doing, and they can relate to what I'm doing, basically. But there's a lot of followers out there, a lot of people that follow me, like to be, like to be talked to. I'm talking to you. I'm explaining to you what's going on. So that's it. That's the end of today's video, guys. Take care. And don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. See you soon.